don't strongly support Trump. What are you saying? I'm saying it's not just black male support, it's support from minorities across the board. Black men were just included in that. They were part of the millions of people that voted for Trump. Okay? And that's what the meaning was. Some people took that as I'm saying a high percentage of them voted. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is a higher percentage of melanated men went to support Trump over Joe, right? And we can see it basically from a vocal minority. There was a vocal minority of melanated men who decided to say, you know what, I'm going to think for myself. I'm going to do what's in the best interest of me. So they decided to say, you know what, I'm going to go and I'm going to support the candidate that I feel like has my best interest at heart. And there were a lot of people that took issue with it. You had these Caucasian liberals who took issue with it. You had these celebrities who are bought and paid for who took issue with it. You have these so-called sports commentators like your Jamel Hills and your Kerry Champions trying to shame people that they don't even know for choosing to vote the way that they wanted to. This is where things have become. People want to control the way that you speak. And I'm sorry, this is America. You can't control how I speak or what I think. But this is the thing. It's like these people have control issues. And their control issues is driving them to act the way that they are acting. And then you have these women like Kerry Champion who can't keep a man. Probably can't get one. Jamel Hill is probably dating a man who she's financially supporting. That's why she's so bitter towards black men. But it's better than having nobody. Having somebody is better than not having anybody. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Make sure y'all like the stream. Having somebody is better than not having anybody. That's why they do their show together, being bitter towards the world when they're making tons of money. I believe Jamel had, a $5 million buyout? It was either her, no, I believe it was her. She had I think they settled, but she left with a bag, right? That's when ESPN was trying not to be so woke. They were trying not to be so woke. So they say, we got to get rid of these heifers, man. We can't have these heifers messing up our money. We losing subscriptions. Our ratings are down the drain. They went and got new leadership and all for naught. Because as soon as this CV situation happened, they went right back to where they were. Go for what you know, right? But here you have, and I said this in my video. Hopefully y'all go and check it out if you haven't already. Make sure y'all like the video too. There's a lot of people's thumbs in it down. They were hurt. They were upset. Kerry Champion has dated outside of her ethnic group. But she wants to call out a system of oppression from Caucasian people. A lot of the opportunities Kerry Champion got was from Caucasian people. But she wants to get on social media and act like she had to scratch and claw her way to getting what she wants. Maybe she had, I don't know. But she has been able to gain a lot in her career, from being on the Tennis Channel to being on First Take to the opportunity that she has now at Vice. Her and Jamel Hill have always landed on their feet. You know why? Because society makes sure that black women have an opportunity to succeed, that they don't have an opportunity to fail. They get every opportunity to succeed. Now, let me show y'all this tweet This tweet, and shout out to everybody that's been sharing this tweet. To me, this tweet went kind of viral, because I don't have a lot of tweets that has this much engagement like this, But this tweet had a lot of engagement. I appreciate it. It says, why are these black women melting down over black men thinking for themselves? That's an interesting question. I think we all would like to know why they're melting down, why you got the Pam Keats of the world bringing out the fact that there were 20% of black men who are not on the plantation. There are 80% of these guys who are mentally just, they don't understand what's going on in the world. They just vote based off of who they're with. It just shows you that these guys live and breathe emotion, and they think on emotion. That's what their life is at.
Jaye, do women who take too much birth control pills mess up their bodies, or is that just propaganda?
I would say that I've heard a lot of women, I've heard some girls say that, especially when I first attended college. I had girls tell me that they don't take birth control because it messes with their bodies, or when they gain weight, they'll say, well, it's because they're taking birth control. So yes, I've heard that before. Shout out to you. Now, this tweet again, I posted it on my community tab on Twitter, on Facebook. My community tab on YouTube, man. I can't even show you the comments there, man. They're going crazy. Shout out to And there was one female. She said that I think she might have responded on Twitter, and she said that I'm trying to start a gender back and forth for gender war, and that's not the case at all. I'm just pointing out the fact that it just seems like they want us as melanated men to be controlled. They want us to do as we're told. They want us to go along. No, I refuse to go along with what is told to me. I don't want somebody to tell me that, just vote this way. It don't matter how much they're going to run the country into the ground. It doesn't matter how much they're going to allow people who can't even speak English to live in your communities. That don't matter. What you need to do is agree with us, side with us, and you won't deal with any criticism. Well, I'm sorry. I don't care about the criticism. I would rather get criticized than sit up here and live a lie, and sit up here and not be honest with myself and say, you know what? We do not need, especially as men, as black men, to walk around afraid and ashamed to think for ourselves. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. I'm not about to sit up here and be afraid to think the way that I want to think when I know I'm right. When you look at the policies that a lot of black people support, it is hazardous to themselves and the people around them. This is why foreigners or have all these different businesses in your communities, because you don't care about your community. The only time that you care about your community is when you're on YouTube, or when you're on Facebook, or when you're on Twitter. That's the only time these people care about their community. Meanwhile, you got the Indians, and you got the Pakistanis, and you got the Israelis, or whomever, running all these businesses in your community, and you don't say nothing. You don't ask all those black politicians who are on the city council to do anything because they're on the take. You don't go to your religious leaders, whether you are Christian or whatever. You only care about the betterment of racial relations, the betterment of economics when you're on here making videos, goofy videos no one cares about. When you're on Facebook or Twitter looking for attention, or Instagram, that's the only time these people are actually trying to fix things. It's just like with these black male Biden voters who are constantly, trying to, I guess, troll. I don't know. they're showing their support for Biden, and then those same guys will complain about black women. And it's like, bro, those women aren't going to change. These laws aren't going to change if you're voting with those women who want to keep things as is. So your life is going to continue to be exactly what it is. And you'll have nobody to blame but yourself. Because, see, I actually want true change. A lot of these people want the status quo because it's comfortable. But what about the people that have children? What about the people that actually have to live in these communities that want betterment? What about the people who dream of getting out of their city or getting out of their neighborhoods? When all they have to look around and see is people who are afraid. You're afraid of the white ghosts. But it's just I think the fear of failure keeps black people exactly where they are. They are afraid to actually go out here and do for themselves because they might be successful. They might actually succeed. And that's what you need. You need success, not failure. But you cannot be afraid to fail. Failure is going to happen. You learn from it. You know how many rich and successful people have failed at least once in their life? It teaches you what you should avoid and how you should learn from those situations. That's why I do videos about, what could be learned from this. What could be learned from that? It just seems like a lot of these black people aren't learning anything. They want the status quo, then they want to complain about it. Well, just understand that by voting for people like Joe Biden, you want things to stay the same. You're okay with things staying the same. You're okay with it.
American is supposed to be about democracy, so why should someone like Carrie champion and others tell us who we should vote for?
Thank you,
SMH.
Abby. Well, you would think that this is America. You would think that we should be able to, because this is the last democracy. Like, this is it. Once they start to censor free speech here, there's going to be nowhere for you to go to say what you want to say. No matter what side of the political aisle you're on. If they don't like what you're saying, they're going to make sure that you stop. They're going to deplatform you. But yeah, Carrie Champion and others, they're just gatekeepers. They're there to keep us in line. They're there to keep us voting a certain type of way, shaming people like Carrie Champion was, shaming other people who didn't vote the way that she did, even though she's nothing more than a, wannabe white girl who wishes she was white, who's envious of that. That's why she's on TV saying what she's saying, because she's envious of Caucasian women. She wishes she was one, but she ain't, and she never will be. And that mindset carries over to them saying just the craziest thing. Like, all the opportunities that Carrie Champion has ever gotten, her and Jamel Hill, have been because of Caucasian people. Those are facts. All those opportunities that she's had to get on TV, to now be over at Vice, and even other opportunities have been because Caucasian people have have extended the hand of opportunity to you, and you took it. I don't see you on Revolt TV, where Diddy allegedly owns it. No, you're on Vice. So I think these people are complete hypocrites. They don't even support. They won't even support the black platforms like that because they still want to be mainstream or lamestream. So make sure y'all like the stream, man. If y'all want me to take calls, y'all definitely gonna have to hit that super chat button and hit the Cash App or the PayPal. Because I didn't want to do too much talking to stream, but let's see. Hold on. Black men, listen, man. I'm all for black men doing better for themselves, man. I'm all for black men thinking for themselves. I just hope that a lot of them understand who their enemies are. I'm not saying that all black women are black men's enemies. What I'm saying is these liberal, feminist-minded black women, They're out to destroy. They're out to take over. This is why they are putting Kamala Harris on a pedestal. How can you pedestalize somebody who's enjoyed locking up black people, especially black men, during her time working for the state of California? Who has been known to be somebody who clearly does not have a conscience, who seems very robotic. She's almost Mark Zuckerbergish with her robotic, behavior, but her robotic demeanor. Like, she has a very robotic demeanor. Okay, people like that you can't trust. People with that robotic demeanor, you can't trust them, man. Just seem very fake. But let me get back to Jamel here real quick. Here you have somebody, right, who on video was getting I wouldn't say a lap dance, but she was getting danced on by Rob Gronkowski, right? NFL player Rob Gronkowski. But she wants to get on here and be super pro blickety black. I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. Yeah, like the stream, man. I just don't get this, man. Like, I'm looking at these comments, and then you got all these people saying, well, Jaye wants her gender war. It isn't black man versus black woman. It's not what it said, man. What I'm saying is, we as black men should be allowed to think for ourselves, period. We should not be shamed for wanting to think for ourselves. But that is what's going on. That is the reality of what's going on. We're being shamed for thinking for ourselves. Listen, I'm the type of person I may not agree with everything that you may say, but I'm not about to sit up here and tell you how to say it.
Talking real talk over here, Maine.
Shout out to the Book of Alpha Ron. Appreciate that, man. Shout out to you. But with these comments, man, they really believe I'm trying to start a gender war. I'm looking at this, and it's like, you don't get it. You don't get what I'm trying to do. I'm actually trying to bring people together by saying, listen, we all need free speech, whether we agree with each other or not, whether we like each other or not. That's what we need. And too many people are siding with the Joe Biden agenda, which is nothing for black people, but everything for the alphabet community, or everything for these women's organization, immigrants, everything but you. You are just there as a meat shield. That's basically what you're there for. You're basically a meat shield. You're basically there to ensure that these liberals get everything they want. And you got these males who are the most.
This is not a gender war. 20% of BM exercised their right to vote, and 8 of BW did too.
Appreciate that, Charles. But see, the thing is this, Charles, and others, they're gonna perceive it as that because when you, a singular black man, say, you know what, I'm thinking for myself. I also saw another comment where this female said, well, when he says he's thinking for himself, he's talking about voting Republican. And it's like, it could be means I'm voting independent. Well, I'm not voting for either. And I tell people this, I'm independent. They say, well, you know, you're going at Biden, so obviously you're a conservative. Even though I'm in a city with a Democratic mayor who actually did a pretty good job over his tenure. So if I'm willing to give both parties, politicians, a chance if I feel like they're doing a good job, right? That is the definition of being independent. Some of these people don't know what independent is. Also, to me, when you're independent minded, You're somebody who's going to have a belief system that goes maybe against these people and it goes against these people, but it's who you are on the inside, where your mind is. I'm not on here waving no flag, but I would rather see a Trump administration than a Biden administration. You know why? Because Biden has already been a vice president, and people around him truly believe he would be a disaster as Barack Obama. Now, Barack Obama ain't gonna say it now, but that's what he is saying. So, to me, everybody should have a right to say what they say. I've had people come at me crazy and say things on social media. I can either laugh it off or I can respond to it, but I don't want them deplatformed. I don't want them taken off social media. I don't want their lives turned upside down. You're just one of many people I can either choose to respond to or not. But people have gotten so thin-skinned, and especially a lot of these leftists, they realize that a lot of these social media platforms are on their side. So they're like, oh, we can utilize this power to cancel people. We can utilize this power to destroy people's lives. And that's what's going on. So that is why I think it is very important for people to understand that this election and all the fraudulence that's going on, it ain't just about, you being this support, that support. It's about integrity. And the election process in this country's integrity is going down the drain every single day. It's going down the drain. As long as this thing plays out, it's going to show more and more corruption that is deeply rooted in this government. And some people don't want to see that. Some people don't want to see how dirty things can really get. But things can get extremely dirty. And they have no idea how dirty it could possibly get. So they want to put their heads in the sand and act like there's nothing going on here. Yes, it is. I told y'all after the Tuesday election, I told y'all democracy died Tuesday. There is a lot of fraudulence going on, and people want to act like you're just making this up. You're just a Trump supporter. You're just taking up for Trump. Either way, there's a lot of fraudulence going on. And back to my point about being independent minded, there's nothing wrong with you thinking what you think and me thinking what I think. That's what I thought we were about. I thought we were about saying, hey, you know what, this guy, he's a Democrat, I'm a Republican, we can debate, we can disagree, we can agree to disagree, whatever. It can get heated. But I'm not about to sit up here and try to troll you. I'm not about to sit up here and try to get you taken off platforms. That's not something I'm interested in. I don't have the energy for that. Some people are giving social media way too much energy. And they're overlooking the fact there's a lot of fraudulence going on. Now, let me get back to these heifers. Listen, hey, black women, let me tell you something. You cannot control how black men think moving forward. This is how things are just going to be. Now, you can either choose to accept the way things have gotten in society, the fact that more black men are going more of a conservative route, or you can choose not to. But trying to attack black men, you, Pam Keith, the heifers on Roland Martin's platform, y'all can try to attack us all you want to. All it's going to do is red pill even more men. That's all it's going to do. That's all it's going to do. A lot of you dudes that are cheerleading for Joe Biden, let me tell you something. If there is a Biden-Harris administration, 6 months from now, you're going to be saying, Jay, you were right. You were right. You cannot convince me that you're going to see these people throwing all these different policies out here, trying to write all these different laws in that is going to be detrimental to us as men. It's going to do nothing but push us further and further away from women. And when I say that, it's because they're going to be offering women incentives to basically turn against us. That's what y'all don't understand. So instead of looking at who's a supporter of this and support of that, look at yourself and your life. What benefits you? Because I'm telling you right now, the same people who support Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, you must support them demonizing fathers. You support them incarcerating men. You support that. That's what you support. That's all I see.
Keep speaking the truth, Jay. Thumbs up.
Thanks, Vernon Fire. Appreciate that, man. Y'all gonna be telling me, let me tell you something. I can already see it because it's happened before. Y'all gonna be like, you know what, Jay, you were right. You were right. These people are we should have never voted for these people. And listen, let's say Trump would have run outright Tuesday night. I wouldn't have been on here celebrating and like popping champagne and, you know what I'm saying, throwing it back in people's faces. I would have not done that. I would have just moved on like it was a formality. But the fact that you have all these people celebrating, these are men who probably done been drugged through the court system. They can't even see their kids. They done been locked up before, and they're celebrating people who have made it their business to incarcerate you because they don't care one iota about you. And they have not looked back. They have not looked back. And y'all are sitting up here celebrating like a bunch of females. Listen, I knew that there were going to be black women that are going to be supporting the Democratic Party, but when I seen these guys just so it is so like pom-pom and flags and we did it. When I seen men saying we did, I was like, oh, we through. Oh, we through as a group, man. Oh, man. They talking about we did it. Dudes done did 2-3 bids in jail talking about we did it. You did what? All you did was seal the fate of a next couple years of black men in this system, man. That's what you've done. Ain't gonna be no black men getting out of prison. With these two in office, they gonna keep you in there. As a matter of fact, they're gonna build more private prisons and incarcerate more of you. That's where we at, man. How long have I been streaming? I'm streaming. Make sure y'all like the stream too. Like I said, how long I've been streaming. Okay, let's take some phone calls, shall we? Let's take some phone calls. Let me see what y'all have to say about these slurs. Let's see what you got to say about these slurs. Like the stream. Let's see. Moderators, if you want to put the number in the chat, put the number in the chat. Alrighty. There you go. Let me make sure the Skype is open up. Okay. Okay, we live on the Skype. Y'all call in, you want to talk on this topic, but keep it brief, people. Y'all, I mean, I like when y'all call in, but can you know, what's good, Wanda? I see you. Oh, somebody called in just now. Let me make this active. Hold up. No, don't do that. Yo, what's going on?
Jay, what's up? It's your boy Bad Hombre.
What's good, man?
Just hanging in there. Great show as always. Just to chime in on this subject.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that every every other culture in Western society is a patriarchy.
Uh-huh.
But for some reason, they want Black America to be a matriarchy.
Yeah.
This election is an example of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really a lot deeper than just the election. Black women, I love my sisters to death, so this is not bashing the sisters.
Uh-huh.
But Black women have been gaslighting us for years, like with this Black girl magic bullshit and Black girls rock. And we all know that's a bunch of BS. We know that's not true.
Yeah.
But they want us to believe that. So what I'm saying is to all the brothers out there, keep your heads up and you're on the right path because you cats are waking up.
Right.
And like I typed in the text the other day, if you really want to piss off society, like in a big way, in 2022, a bunch of brothers should run for Congress as Republicans and win or lose. And that would just be a game changer. So I'm going to sit back and listen. Great show as always, bruh.
All right, Bad Hombre. Thanks for the call, man. All
Anytime, my man.
All right, man. Peace. Shout out to Bad Hombre. All right. What's good, Miss Tech? Yeah, make sure y'all like the stream. The line is open. See what y'all have to say on this topic. But yeah, man, think for yourselves, man. It's, you know, we don't have to go along with the crowd. We don't have to go along with the crowd. We really don't. We can think for ourselves. Yo, you live. What's up?
Man, what's good with you, Black?
Nothing much, man. It was sunny.
Man, just cooling, man. You know what I'm saying? Like a motorcycle, man. You know how it goes.
All right, what's going on?
Like I said, though, man, this is the positive thing about this whole thing with Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. Okay, it's 25% of Black men right now that's going conservative. If they 9 times out of 10 they're not getting the office. Come on, let's be honest. Trump got a dream team of lawyers. Come on, Vince Carter dunking over your head. Come on, man. He's not getting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's why the media is like, can we get this over already? Trump lost. Let it go. That's why they're doing all that.
Yeah, but I'm saying is this. Do you know it was a lot of dudes in jail going viral, bro, crying, like really pissed off and crying that how much Black people, they was pissed off that Black people went for the trip. There was a lot of dudes. Look at videos of California jails. All them inmates in there pissed off. Like in tears, pissed off, bro. But this is going to push. This is the good side. If this happens, I know it's not going to happen. But if this happens, it's going to be, I'll probably say like at least that 25% going to turn into like 65%.
I'm telling you, yeah, that's why I said
all this volume shit.
Yeah, that's why I said in the video that Black men are strongly, becoming conservative. That number is gonna grow. It's only gonna grow,
Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna talk about the girl on ESPN. Okay, she a swirler, but she's always talking about Black men. And a lot of swirlers like that they have white men, but they always complain about Black men. I think that's just a signal for help. They already know they mentally damaged and they messed up, but that's a signal for help. They want to come back into the Black community. They want to get it back. They really want Black men. I guarantee you right now, if you go on their phone and type in P, Pornhub pull up, you're going to see all this BBC, Black this, West Coast, but man, they really want Black men, man.
They hurt, man. They bitter, man. That's what it comes from. It comes from bitterness.
They bitter, man. They want Black men. They put up the flag, man. They want Black men for real. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay. All right, man. Thanks for the call, man. All right. Yo, you live. What's going on?
Hey, hi. Thanks for taking my call. My name is Trey from San Diego, and
all right.
Great caller. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. Yeah, you good? Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to kind of get your opinion as well. I know you talk about the new Black media. We hear a lot of discussion about it, but with the election of Biden-Harris, considering that 80% of Black men voted for them, knowing their records, would you not consider the new Black media either a complete failure or Black people are so emotionally connected to the Democrats and Massa that it doesn't matter what information you give black folks. Black men have really put themselves in a bad hole, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think you got the old legacy black media that's sort of out the window, but the newer black media is still kind of relatively new, and there's no centralized media. You got everybody doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? And also, you got a lot of black people like you just said that are still stuck on that DNC, that mindset of they are for us, they are part of us. They don't want to hear the real information. They want to accept what is told to them, and I think that's what's going on.
Definitely hear you on that, but there's just too much information about Harris and Biden's record.
Yeah,
Claude Anderson has educated us on benign neglect. No matter what happens with this administration, we won't even be able to go back and say, well, we're shocked by this because this will be consistent with their records. Mm-hmm. Their records are horrible. Yeah. And Trump, I'm not a Trump fan by no means, but we can't measure 4 years after 47 years. And we got receipts on Biden and Harris.
Right.
Is it going to be interesting? They're going to, as you know, they're talking about making Baltimore, Detroit, and Atlanta sanctuary cities.
Yeah.
That means they're going to flood those cities with a bunch of immigrants. At a time when the economy is being reset. That's going to push black people, specifically black ADOS melanated males, as a permanent underclass. There will be no low-skilled labor. They're bringing in 500,000 Indians for all the technical jobs. I see a really bad situation for blacks in the next couple of years, and I'm not saying Trump was going to fix it. I think Trump gave us a couple more years of time, and we wouldn't be competing with immigrants during a global reset. But I think with what these guys are going to push, and sadly, so many black women seem to be in support of being replaced.
Yeah. They don't think they're going to be replaced. They don't think they're going to be replaced. Yeah.
They think that there's going to be a spot for them. Little do they realize, even as Shiraz Ali says, they're only using black women to the degree that they can destroy the black race.
Would you vote for Donald Trump Jr. in 2024?
They're spit them out as they have always done throughout history. But I'm looking at this election as a black man, and I'm in complete disbelief. Like, their records. Their records is insane. Yeah. But it's going to be interesting what happens in the next couple of years. But I see there's going to be major buyer remorse. Not even in the first 90 days. I think in the first month, as you see, the BLM members are already writing letters saying, "Please talk to us." I'm like, yet everything Ice Cube asked for, now people are mad. And yet, had y'all got some tangibles guaranteed, you wouldn't have this conversation. Ice Cube was owed an apology by all those black feminists. They owe Ice Cube an apology. For them to be, and it's just gonna be interesting. Brothers better get they focus on, because if we don't do some things collectively as black men now, it's not gonna be pretty.
Yeah, it is, and we definitely need to get more politically astute. But yeah, I can definitely see people having buyer's remorse. Absolutely.
Thanks for taking the call, brother.
All right, man. Thanks for the call, man. All right. Shout out to Lance Brown. Would you vote for Donald Trump Jr.? If he actually wanted to be president. Two, if he assembled the right people around him, and just to understand who he is. I don't know if he has he definitely has the same sort of. He's like Trump Sr. But in other ways he's not. Trump Sr. is a guy who's a little bit more. I would say a little bit more smooth. He can maneuver a lot smoother. Trump's his like he can read the room a lot quicker than others. But I have to see where he is politically before I would vote for him. Maybe more Mike Pence than a Trump Jr. Probably more of a Pence than Jr. But we'd have to see. Trump has the ability to again read the room a lot quicker and decipher things and make adjustments. He's like a coach. You know how a coach can make those halftime adjustments. He can do certain things, make certain moves. A lot of other people can't. People underestimate Trump, and I think he's always used that to his benefit. Yeah, make sure y'all like the stream. Yeah, Tim Scott. If Tim Scott run, I think I would, but I don't know if just for president. I don't know. Maybe. I think Tim Scott would be a great candidate. I think he's politically astute. He's a guy that can handle the position of president because they've been attacking him since he has gotten in politics, seems like, which is crazy. You know? But we need to think for ourselves. We need to stop listening. I know this might be unpopular with some of y'all. We need to stop listening to some of these quote unquote black leaders. These people who've been around for decades and they have accomplished nada. You know why? Because they go along with the DNC BS too. Or they'll tell you not to vote, not to participate in the political process. Those people are agents. I'm just going to say it. You should exercise every right in this country if you want betterment. If not for the presidency, but for your local governments. Who's going to be your mayor? Who's going to be your sheriff? Who's going to represent you in the state house? Stop listening to these go nowhere black leaders who are just going in circles while y'all fund their lifestyles. That's all it is. But I mean, do them shit. I mean, if you want to go to their lectures and listen to them talk about what they've been talking about for like 10, 20, 30 years, I mean, do so. But they're not going to tell you how to gain money and resources, which is what you need. You need to get these foreigners out of your communities who are running all these businesses and then and set up your own businesses to control the cash flow in your neighborhoods. But you don't want to do that. We just want to be victims. We just want to blame the white ghosts for everything. We got these so-called black activists on social media. You know, y'all know Karuchi. She used to date Chris Brown. Now she's with what his name is? Ex-NFL player now. Her profile pic on Instagram is a black fist. Karuchi, the half Asian. Karuchi. You know? Tell you, man, these are the activists. You got all these black feminists who talk about they're for black people. They're for themselves. They don't care about black people as a whole. They don't care about black men. They don't care about black boys, even though they have black sons. Yeah, Victor Cruz, right? She's with Victor Cruz now. You got all of these people getting on social media, elevating the black woman as this and the black woman is that. What about these black boys that are being left behind? No leadership, no father figures, no mentors. They are the key to having a strong community, but you leave them behind because you don't care about them. These people are hypocritical and nuts. I wouldn't trust a word that came out of these people's mouths because they don't care about the community as a whole. They just care about lining their own pockets. Shout out to Curtis Crouch. Appreciate so shout out to JDB with the PayPal, man. Thanks, man. These people don't care about the community as a whole. They just care about themselves and deep in their pockets.
Carrie and Jamel is the new Oprah and Gayle.
Right. But minus the alleged relationship. Shout out to Ricky. Minus the alleged relationship. And you know, Gayle is dependent on Oprah, though. Not anymore, but she was dependent on Oprah. Maybe not as much anymore, but she was dependent on Oprah. Now she got her own thing going on with CBS. They're overpaying her, But that's what happens when you're friends and buddies with Oprah, You get overpaid for being, it's very average. Have y'all noticed that all these women that claim to be feminists, right? A lot of them are single or they're dating women, but they're not with a strong man. If they're with a man, he's very effeminate and he's just there. He's just filling a void. That's it. He's just there to make her seem normal. But there's nothing normal about the modern day feminist minded liberal female. You like the stream, man. Yeah, but these black boys are getting left behind, and it's a shame. It really is. They really have nobody. Young black males have nobody. They really don't. They are just lost, completely kind of lost in the shuffle. And nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to care that they're sort of lost. No one seems to care. It's like whatever to them. And that's the sad part. That is the sad part. Because then these young boys grow up to date your daughters. And if they go on to ruin the women in the community, then what was the origins of it? It's because these guys had no guidance whatsoever. They had no male guidance. The mothers didn't really care about them, probably kicked them out the house when they were young. But we want to talk about why these males are doing what they're doing. Well, I mean, they have no direction at all. If they had some direction, maybe they wouldn't be destroying the community, shooting at rappers, robbing dentists.
Thank you, King Jaye de Black, for speaking common sense about the major topics. Stay blessed.
Thank you, Wanda. I appreciate that, Wanda. I appreciate the support, Wanda. All right. Hold on.
Maxine Waters still has that James Brown wig on.
Did you got that James Brown wig on? Well, you know, Maxine Waters she's still stuck in the 80s, man. She's still stuck in the 80s. You know, she has lost track of time and placement. And she is continuing to throw, especially us as black people, on the bus. She don't care about us, but those people continue to vote for her because she's auntie, right? She's auntie. She done become auntie. But yeah, she's stuck in the past. She's stuck 30, 40 years ago.
Keep doing what you do, JDB. Fire.
Thank you, Freelance. Appreciate that, Freelance. Shout out to Freelance. Yeah, Maxine Waters is stuck. I'm telling you, she's stuck in 1986. She doesn't even know what's going on. She's almost where Joe Biden is. You know, Joe Biden is a little bit more, gone. She's almost there. She's getting to that point. Maxine close. This is why you do not let people be congressmen and senators for more than 10 years or 15 years. Shout out to Caligenesis Radio. I know I butchered that. Caligenesis Radio. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. Yeah. More like 76. Yeah, she more like the 70s. Yeah, more like the 70s. But she was in her prime. I think she was in her prime probably in what? The early 80s? Late 70s, early. That's when she was in her prime. When she was out here, she had the energy to go out here and to do whatever. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, these black politicians done sold us out. and we listening to them, we keep voting them in. See, I was thinking about this the other day, right? They need to have term limits for some of these people, man. Term limits is needed. We need term limits for people like Maxine Waters, James Clyburn, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer. We need term limits for these people, man. We can't have the same people in Washington 20, 30 years, 40 years. We don't need that.
Yet these same sisters wonder why men aren't marrying them. No real man entertaining some feminist trying to speak for him. Say no to Jezebel's spirited sisters. Opt for sisters who know when to shut up and let you do the talking.
Right. Thanks, Be Smooth. Appreciate that. That's why I say, man, I only want to be around feminine women who embrace their femininity. They're not trying to usurp me as a masculine man. They know their position and role. They understand that. And they're okay with that. They're okay with being feminine, being women. Doesn't mean that they're a pushover. It just means that they're being women. They're not out here trying to be men. They're not out here trying to compete with men. There's too many women out here trying to compete with men and then claim, well, I'm still a feminine woman, but I can compete with men. Okay, well, your relationships are going to turn into a competition. You can't turn the button on and off. You may want to turn it on and off, but you can't turn it on and off. I'm telling you right now, if your girlfriend or wife, if she has a very controlling, masculine sort of sense to herself at work, she's going to bring it home, especially if she thinks that she's pulling more money financially into the relationship than you are. She's going to hold that over your head. She's going to feel some type of way coming home to you every day. That's why I don't understand why men put themselves in that situation to be with the woman working all day and they ain't doing nothing. They don't want to work. They don't want to go out here and learn the skill trade, learn how to drive trucks. They don't want to do nothing that requires learning and work. Because let me tell you something right now. You're going to have to learn before you make money, you know. And a lot of these guys don't want to do that, so they end up with women who are very masculine, who are very bitter, especially if it's a woman who used to be like the really attractive, cute chick in high school. Once she graduates high school, she may go to college a little bit, may have a child, and she sort of just goes into normal life, and she's just like all these other women, just a little bit more attractive. And she doesn't have the life she thought she was going to have. So she ends up dating you, and you know, you definitely ain't making what she's making at her job. And she's going to feel some type of way, especially if she already doesn't have any respect for you, just filling a void, basically. She's filling a void. And she looks at you as what her life is at that time. A lot of these young girls, man, they think they're going to be with a rich athlete or a rapper or a businessman. And then that never happens. And they come back down to reality. And they hate it. And they take it out on the men that they're in relationships with. That's what occurs. That's what happens, man. So I hope you black men understanding that. You don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to be basically abused verbally, sometimes even physically, by the women you're with because they don't respect you. They look down upon you. You're not the man they always thought that they wanted to be with. A lot of these guys think that because they can have sex with all these different women that they are an alpha male and all this and that. If those women are putting hands on you, if those women are talking to you any type of way, bro, they don't see you as an alpha male. They don't. They don't see you as one, bro. You see yourself as that. They don't see you as that. This is why they show you absolutely no respect. They show you absolutely no respect in the workplace. You got a lot of these women with this feminist mindset in the workplace. They like to abuse their power. They trying to get you put in jail for not paying child support. A lot of these guys' mind is in the wrong place. That's why they're willing to vote for Joe Biden, because their life is already screwed up according to them. They can't do no better. So they say, fuck it, I don't want better. Trump represents doing better. I don't want to do better. I want things to stay the same. No matter how much my baby's mothers make my life miserable. No matter how much they try to get me thrown in jail for not paying child support. If these guys could only see the light and see what is really going on out here, you know? And understand that we have this whole world we can go out and conquer, man. But we limit ourselves due to our own mind. Everything is mental. Most of the things in life, the obstacles we face are going to be mental, not physical. There's no physical barrier keeping you from making money, I promise you. I don't know, too much alpha woman to be pushed over by these females. Well, Miss Tech, you're going to have an issue there because, you know, women like to son other women. You know, you have men that like to son other men. There are women, they like to son other women. They like to make women bow to them. They like to size women up. And, you know, that's why I've heard women say they don't like female managers and supervisors because of the way those women act towards them. You know, they don't want to work for other women. They want to work for men. They prefer to work for men. They don't want to work for women. Even though they want to claim that men like to abuse their power. I don't think that happens as much as people claim it does. You know what I'm saying? I just think people just say that, you know, say that they put that out there when in reality it's different. You know? Make sure y'all like the stream. And they don't have logic. That's why you do have to put them in their place. That's why women don't come at me like that. I mean, when I was younger, they did, but you know, you have to sort of check them with honesty, not fakeness. You got to check them with honesty, not fakeness. You know what I'm saying? What's good? What's good, Nandi? She quoted me. Nandi quoted me. How can you be angry and jovial at the same time? Direct quote from me. And that's a direct quote. Yeah, I just want to know, like, how can you be, you know, happy, spirited, but be angry? You know, all in one. And it's like, if you got what you wanted, go about your life and be happy. That's because you know it won't last. That it won't last. You know? All right. I'm 33, single, no kids. I was like, well, Black conservative, you definitely going in the right direction, man.
Woo, what's up? Keep preaching. Another example of why people will believe the sensational lie over the simplistic truth.
Thanks, Charles Faulkner. Appreciate that. Shout out to you, man. And that's why I have to continue this message. I have to continue to tell people the reality because they will accept the truth. I don't want them to accept the lie. I want them to embrace, you know, truth over lies because everything that we have in this society depends on it. You know, a lot of these males want to believe what these women tell them, but this is why I put this out here. I put tweets like this out here because I want y'all to see what's going on out here, man. They don't want us to think for ourselves politically. They don't want us to live our life the way we want to. We have to run everything through them. This is why that's why those women scolded Ice Cube because Ice Cube dared to think for himself and do for himself. You know? We should all seek to really live our lives the way we want to. See, I don't shame none of y'all. I think we all should embrace the freedoms that this country offers, as long as we're not a problem to anybody else or even to ourselves. I want that to remain. I want y'all to agree or disagree with me. I'm not about to sit up here and just go on like rants because you disagree with me. I'm not about to go troll you. I'm not about to go, say, hey, this person doesn't need to be on certain platform. I'm not about to do that. That's why I think it's very important for us to have a belief in ourselves and really just go the direction that we want to, even if we do get criticism. Because listen, I got people calling me a Republican and a conservative because of my stance on this election, and that's fine. They can believe whatever they want to believe. I know who I am. I know what my belief system is. I think we all should take that. We should all take that stance. These are, the media wants us to hate ourselves. They want us to attack each other. They want us to live in fear. That's what they want. Even though the news is fake, it's fraudulent, just like this election, I'm not going to live my life in fear. And I tell people, especially American people, don't live your life in fear, because there's really nothing to fear. They're just telling you that you should feel a certain way, when really they're just trying to control you through that fear. So hopefully y'all understand that. Yo, what's going on?
Yeah, man, I'm following you on YouTube, man.
Okay.
That you had a lot of women are having a problem with, especially black men now, because I don't know, I'm from the South, but we were always raised that women are smarter than men. So in a sense, we always tend to follow, especially as a black man, what a woman says in a relationship, because we feel like they can speak for us better. We are more unaccepting to the public.
Right.
So we have to have a woman to speak to us, speak for us,
right,
so that the public can receive what we're saying and not feel like we being aggressive. This is what we're taught. So we subliminally start to live like this. Now what then happen is a lot of, because I'm in my 40s. I'm 42.
Okay.
And through time, I start seeing, knowledge is the key. Look up things that people tell you. So I say, if women are smarter than us, especially black women, then where did all their world-changing inventions go?
Right.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? Motor, anything motorized, air conditioning, things that changed the whole world. These were all things invented by men, and the majority of them were invented by black men, whether they tell us or not. So now black men are seeing like, hold on, you just running game. You've been running game. My grandma, my moms, my aunts, this has all been taught to us to keep us in check. Now that we getting out of check, what they say, is now we're disappointed to them. We didn't let them down, things like that. So now they're having a problem with it, because there's more men that's saying, especially black men, saying, man, this is a game. This whole marriage thing, it can be great, but for the majority of y'all, this is a game. It's a plot, So I think that's why they're having a problem with it, because black men waking up.
Yeah, I could definitely sense it. That mindset is definitely reversing as far as elevating.
Yeah, it's reversing. We raised that find you a good, strong black woman, and they the prize.
Yeah.
Not knowing we got to take care of the prize.
Right.
If we don't, we consider the no good black men.
So
which one is greater?
Yeah, they want something to complain about. If it falls apart, they can blame us.
Yeah, it falls apart, they blame us, and then it's really they choosing. You choose certain type of black men. You feel what I'm saying? Just like black men choose certain types of black women. And then we get mad later on. It's all in our choosing of the type of women we like. If you choose to be attracted to someone superficial, that X's out our love. Superficialness, you ain't got no love in anybody that's superficial.
Right.
That's a mind that says the best or the next best thing coming along is what I'm grabbing on to. Forget the faithfulness. Forget partner that was getting castrated for me during the slave time. Forget all of that. Forget how many black men then died just trying to protect them.
Right.
You know, so that's just my thought on it, man. But I like the show, bro. I follow it all the time, man.
Okay, cool. Well, thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it, man. All right.
Yeah, keep talking to us, man.
All right, I will, man. I will.
Sure.
Speak for yourself. I don't need a woman assistance.
All right, shout out to Brick. Brick say he don't need no woman. You're talking about the mindset. I can agree with that because I'm from the South, so I can agree with that mindset. You know, a lot of these women, they have the mindset of going to school and being successful. A lot of these black men are, it's like, what you gonna do? You know, I know it's a lot of black men from the South. They go to like the military. They end up going to the military or something like that. Yo, what's going on?
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, Jaye? First of all, I wanted to say I've been listening to your show for about a year or two.
Okay.
Huge fan of your work. Huge fan of your work.
Thank you.
I just want, yeah, of course, man. We got to support each other, especially people who just tell the truth.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I just want to chime in and just say, with everything up until this video, this is nothing new.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why you're getting pushback from black women in regards to what black men are doing is because they've had control up until this point.
Mm-hmm.
And when the community was in the toilet, we got the blame for it.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever there was praise, women were praised for everything they did, and they were never held accountable for what they do wrong. Then on top of that, you look at the fact that men are starting to branch out with the red pill, and not just totally men going their own way, just the fact of, look, I'm going to be a gamer. I'm going to do things that benefit my life. I'm going to do things that overall make me a better person. And not only do you have society having a problem with it, but you have women in general having a problem with it, because if you're not either serving the woman or serving society to benefit their needs, it's a problem.
Yeah, and that's what, and you could tell they're not used to just men saying, I'm not elevating you, I'm not putting you on a pedestal, you know, I'm going to work on myself first, you know.
Absolutely, because at the end of the day, you know, women are continuing to show their behavior that they view us, so there's a term I've always been told is about women and monkey branches, where they grab onto a new branch, but they don't let go of the old man until they got the new man.
Yeah, I noticed that too, man.
Yeah. So anyway, I know you're going to have more calls and stuff, but I just want to say, please keep doing what you're doing.
Okay.
Are you planning to go to Parler, or are you going to end up?
I'm on Parler now, Jada Black. I'm on Parler now.
Okay. Cool. I'll be looking you up. But again, thank you so much for everything that you do. And, you know, I can't wait for the next amount of content you bring out. It's always a blessing to hear something new every single day. But but the fact is, it's just something that's the truth. At the end of the day, it's the truth that really pulls me, and I think a lot of other people.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the support, and thank you, man. All right?
Absolutely. Have a blessed evening.
You too, man. Shout out to you, man. All right. Shout out to Yathi Abantu. You said that. Yo, what's going on?
Woo! This is Charles Salton. Everybody's here to leave us.
What's good, Charles? What's up, man?
Not much. I've been saying the same stuff on my show, man. I'm just looking at it. From a standpoint of, like, you talk about the black men like they're not good leaders, they're not supportive, which we all know is a bold-faced lie.
Right.
But if it was true, you got to look at who's manufacturing these black men. The plot thickens. I just look at it like, if anything, black men out there and the black women who are supportive, this shows you how diametrically opposed we are, even politically. Think about it. What do black women gain from for voting for Biden? Oh, of course you're not. Of course you're going to vote for him because you were not directly impacted by the '94 crime bill. Of course, because you still want the welfare state. See, when Clinton locked up a lot of black men, of course, with his tag team partner, Joe Biden.
Yeah.
You know, and I was only 12, but you wonder why you start seeing all these welfare queens go to college, even though they couldn't even pass a goddamn street sign, let alone a college. And a lot of them were pushed through colleges and pushed through universities to sit at a bunch of jobs where they could shame black men who were alienated from the workforce due to their bullshit record. And remember, it's not just the drug game that people were locked up for. It was like, you're seeing guys who stole candy bars.
Yeah, just petty crimes.
Petty crimes who were locked up for years.
Yeah.
Some decades. And not one person was going to say, well, you know, what happened to all the good men? Oh,
yeah.
You allowed.
I hear a lot of that recently. Where are the good men? Where are the good black men at?
See, the good black man is the obedient black man, not the. See, every other man gets to go to his journey, but except us, we gotta. Well, it's always your manhood is judged on what you can do for that chick, even down to your mama.
Right.
And and even on my show, I told people, I said, well, the first hurdle that you're gonna have to overcome to be a man is to outgrow your mother. I know I didn't say disrespect her, but you got to outgrow her.
Right. Yeah, that is true.
The relationship I have with my mother actually respects my opinion, and she asks for what do I think about it. She comes to look to me for advice. See, a lot of guys can't even outgrow that, let alone another chick.
No.
You got to get out there. The bravest thing you could do is just go ahead.
No, I was gonna say some of these guys end up choosing their mother over whoever they're dating.
Exactly, and that's the reason why you got to outgrow her, because if
they will cry, free my son.
One of the things of being a man,
free
you got to
my
get
nephew,
out the
but vote
zone.
for the
you
people that put them there for spitting on the sidewalk.
Be comfortable with it. I know it sounds a little backwards, but it's true. This is the same reason why, you know what, 2 years, black men should be like, you know what, we don't get shit out of this new administration. We're gonna flip this goddamn Senate.
Right.
And we're gonna flip the whole damn country just because.
Yeah.
Start with. I just want to say this before we get off. Like, look, black men, you're coming up on a power play.
Right.
You basically have the country by the nuts, and you're flitting his ass.
Basically, that's where we at too. That's where we at.
You got him. Don't waste this opportunity. You go to every elected official, down to your mayors and city council, up to the White House, and say, "Look, this is what we need for black boys and black men."
Yeah,
if you don't do it, we're gonna flip it.
Yeah, we may not have this. We may not have this chance again.
Exactly. You demand it, because guess what? In 2 years, they saw what happened. Man, we got 20% voting Republican. We need to get these niggas something. Yeah. You do, and it's up to you to actually show the power that you really have. If not, it might come back another 50 to 100 years, and we might not be here. Okay.
Yeah, we might. Yep. Absolutely, bro.
And keep the show going.
All right.
I'm loving it, man.
All right, appreciate that, Charles. Shout out to Charles. Appreciate it. All right. Yeah, man, us as black men, man, this is the time right now to really get something done. I think with Trump, we have more of a chance of getting something than with Biden, because Trump wants to show people he can get stuff done. Look at the peace deal he's making in the Middle East. Like, he wants to show, look at what I'm getting done. He wants to pad that resume. Joe Biden has no interest in padding a resume. Joe Biden is just, he is looking to just have walks outside of his basement every day. Like, those are the things that are on his mind. Being able to be in and out of the basement. He's not really looking to pad any stats. He's not looking to get anything done. He's not looking to get any of you black males out of jail. Yo, you live. What's going on?
Hey, JD, this is Angela C.
What's good, Angela?
I agree with that caller. I think he's like 2 callers back when he said that black women are melting and losing their mind because they've been used to being in control, quote unquote, for the past 50, 60 years. And with black men flipping, so to speak, they know what that would probably mean for them. And then I think there was only 8% black women that voted for Trump. I was one of them. Then there's us, and it's like they're not thinking about us and not realizing there might be more black women later on who might also flip. So for them, they're losing their power, so to speak, and they're losing their control. But I was thinking about how black women feel like how they vote Democrat because they feel like it keeps them at a certain position. I honestly feel, and this is my conspiracy theory, I think that things are not going to go the way they think it's going to go, and then they're going to find themselves probably scared because, like I mentioned a while back when I called you and I said how they are allowing more of the immigrants over here. I think that that's going to have a negative impact on them, and that's when black women are going to realize, holy shit, we are really in trouble because, like I said last time, they didn't just run black men out of Los Angeles. See, that's Los Angeles. Even though they're out here in North Cali, they ran black people out. You don't
black families, whole black families,
women or children. So I don't think black women understand this may not turn out the way you think it's going to turn out, and when it does hit the fan, they're going to be in for a rude
absolutely
awakening. So I don't think it's going to go the way they think it's going to go. If my way of thinking, the way I'm thinking the future is going to go, how it's going to be planned out, I don't think they're going to be in power for too long anyway. So whatever little power they do have will be taken away, and then you're going to see them crawl back to black men asking for protection. So they're they're out here celebrating whatnot, but I honestly don't think the future is bright for black people.
It's not.
Black
it's
people
bleak.
As a whole.
It's bleak. I was on this page, Instagram page, and they was all these black people celebrating by Trump, like, and it's like you people have no idea what you're gonna unleash upon yourselves first. All these immigrants are going to your neighborhoods, and ain't just gonna be California. It's gonna be Texas. It's gonna be Louisiana. It's gonna be Florida already. I mean, they're already in Florida like that, but they're gonna spread them out. And they're gonna come to your neighborhoods.
Right.
And they're coming for your jobs too.
To dump them
because because they're looking for bilingual. They're looking for more bilingual employees, and those are the people who's coming for you black women jobs. Is those bilingual Hispanic women? Those are coming for your jobs.
That's true. If you come out here to California, that's one thing I noticed. Hispanic women are taking over the clerical jobs. I don't care if you're going to a dental office. I don't care where it's at. I'm like, damn, they're everywhere. But if you look at most jobs, they'll tell you on there, we are looking for someone that's bilingual, Spanish and English. They are taking over those.
I'm telling you.
Damn, they're only going to hire Mexican women. It's like that's really all you see. So I'm not really sure what black women are celebrating. Like they honestly think, oh, this is just going to affect black men. Like they don't care. And if you listen to most of them, they talk like they're separate from black men. It's like, first of all, you're women. If there was a civil war or a race war, you guys are finished. Like I don't know where their brains is at. They really think that things are going to turn out great, and really it's not. I really think they're going to be for a rude awakening. I'm going to sit there and eat my popcorn.
Right, me too.
And sit back and watch.
Right.
Seriously.
Why they start to lose their jobs to them Mexican women?
Yes.
I don't care if it's a fast food job.
They're not even hiring too many white women.
Yeah.
You don't see white women, and it's really a lot of Mexican women. It's like, damn, am I the only one who sees this? Like everywhere I go, they're only hiring them. So that's what I want to say. I honestly think when they're in for a rude awakening, they're going to realize their degrees, their businesses, nothing is going to save them. And by then, I honestly feel most black men will be out of this country getting married, or they're not going to give a fuck, and I'm not going to care. I got to worry about me, my husband, and my kids, and I think it's really going to be doomsday, mostly for them than anybody. So that's what I want to say.
Okay. All right, Angela. Some good points. I appreciate the call. All right?
Bye.
Bye. Shout out to Angela. She made some very, very good points, man. Y'all think that them illegals coming in the country is just going to hurt us. No, they're coming for your jobs, too. You office jobs, your fast food jobs, especially if you're in a highly populated area of like Mexicans or just Latinos who can't speak English. Oh, they're going to add more bilingual women, and a lot of you black women aren't bilingual. So they're coming for those jobs first. Yo, what's going on?
What's up, James? John from New York here.
What's good, John?
I have a question. Due to the situation we're in right now and the 4 years of comment, the melanated community, do you see a lot of black men?
If the black community get worse in 4 years under Biden, Harris, who are they going to?
You know, the community, you know, stuff like that. The Mexicans, they're going to take over every single community. Do you see them leaving this country? By any chance?
Oh, the black people?
Yeah.
I see some. I know there are black men who could definitely leave and not come back. Because I've said this. I said if you plan on getting with a woman overseas, you might as well just stay there, man. You know, build some roots there instead of bringing them back here. So I could see some, not in large numbers, but I could see some just moving away and settling in different parts. There are black people who listen to my show that they over there in Europe, you know, in other parts of the world. So there are black people who can, you know, who have left or could possibly leave, just not in large numbers, but you'll see it, you know.
Because that's what I want to find out, because like you never know, like after those 4 years, they might be in Russia, they might be in Europe, like you said, or South America or whatever, or Canada, because like the people that are celebrating right now, they don't know what to get themselves into, and it's not going to be pretty by the 4 years coming up. Worse than 8 years.
But I will say that nothing is set in stone yet. Let me just say that this election is not set in stone yet. We're still waiting for the final results of everything. I just think it's this election is more is going to come out before not. There are still things that we have not learned yet that we will. But this is like in worst case scenario, a Biden-Harris administration. You know what I'm saying? This is just worst case scenario. Which I think we should talk. It does make good discussion because you still got a lot of people that support Biden and Harris. So, not a lot, but you got some that really do devoutly. But yeah,
because get your passports ready for about 4 years if it's really happening. Because you know, I don't think we can survive. I see us like drifting away more and more until there be no more of us left.
Right.
And I think those other countries that open up to got people like us, so why not? That's the way I see it.
Yeah, well, all we can do is keep the faith, and hopefully the process can redeem itself. This political process can redeem itself, but we will see. You know.
Okay, that's all I wanted to say,
okay,
Jay.
Okay, all right, John. Well, thanks for the call, man.
No problem.
All right. Worst case scenario. Yeah. But salute to everybody that's here. I appreciate everybody that's liked the stream. You know. Car Tom, people can vouch for who they want to. I'm not here to tell people who they can vouch for. Obviously, you're probably one of those Biden supporters that wants to come in and argue. Both parties are bad. Both parties are bad. Y'all know those guys that say, well, both parties are bad. But these will be the same ones complaining about what's going on in society. Well, unless you're going to move out the country, stop complaining. Stop crying. If you ain't participating in the process, stop crying about it then. If both parties are bad, I don't want to hear you complaining about them then. I don't want to hear nothing about these politicians if both parties are the same. Then why are you complaining then if both parties are the same? If both parties are the same, why are you complaining? Yo, what's going on?
Jay, dude, Rocket Duck.
What's up, man?
Oh, man, I was just listening to you. I seen you on live, man. I just wanted to chime in on the subject today.
All right.
So what I've noticed is a lot of females have found out that the game that they have been playing for 2020, you know, from the end of Nicki Minaj, the beginning of Cardi B, and ended up with Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
They've noticed that times is finna get hard now. You know, y'all done played and rode that wave all summer long. What they call that, summer fun, some old mess.
It's hot girl summer, is that what you saying?
Hot girl summer, yeah. Yeah, hot girl summer. You know what I'm saying? So I've been paying attention, man. I was looking at all this nonsense going on the YouTube streets, all the killing going on black crime, the nonsense.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking to myself, when I was younger, it was a cartoon that came out with the grasshopper and the ant. And you know what I'm saying? And the grasshopper put up for the winner. And you know what I'm saying? The ant did. He partied and kicked it. You know what I'm saying? So when it was cold outside, he was knocking on the door and couldn't get in because he didn't have any harvest for the winter month. So while these females out here buying all this fake hair, 4-5 bundles, wearing the, wearing this makeup, thinking that they divas, thinking that they shit don't stink, the nails, and talking about Birkin bags and all this, man, you're gonna need that money. You understand what I'm saying? Come January and February, man, it's gonna get cold outside.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So females been playing so many games, man, so now it came to a head, and we gonna see. So I just want to tell all the guys, man, y'all have a long memory of how these females been disrespecting you, how these females been taking your kids, been locking you up for domestic violence or false rape charges. I want all you gentlemen out there, man, to please have a long memory of all the things that these females have done to you. You know what I'm saying? Don't never forget, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically all I wanted to say, big guy.
All right, man. Well, thanks for the call. All right. It's always good to hear you call in. All right?
Okay. All right. Thanks, Jay the Black, man. Good show.
Appreciate it, man. Shout out to you, man.
You're welcome.
All right, man. Appreciate him. Calling in, giving the word to the chat. Shout out to Michael Dwayne, says, handing you my money before Biden takes it away. Well, with those taxes that he is proposing, especially up north, bro, I definitely see what you're saying. Also, shout out to William Conaway with the super chat. Appreciate that, man. Yo, what's going on?
Yeah, this is me, Saliba.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much. Yeah, man. You had said worst case scenario. I'm possibly under the impression that Biden and Harris is going to go in. They might not, but I'm under that impression. I'm going to assume the worst case scenario. And if it does happen, man, they're talking about locking down, vaccines, all that stuff. Now, like I said, I didn't vote because I didn't feel I have to feel super strongly about someone.
Right.
You know, I usually vote in the local elections and stuff, but I damn sure was going to vote for Biden. You know what I'm saying? Some people in my family voted for Biden because they felt that they actually liked his policies. I didn't feel them. But I'm just telling you, like, these people who are celebrating, these black people who are celebrating, they don't know what they're going to unleash if Biden and Harris go in there.
Yeah, that's the sad part. That's the sad part.
They don't realize. Like I said, I'm not a fan of either, but I do think Trump was better served to run this country than Biden and Harris. You know what I'm saying? And they don't know. Like, they're gonna shut the economy down again. People are going to be out of work. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna keep this mask thing going. They're gonna do this vaccine, which I still don't trust. Yeah. God forbid, I hope they do not.
I hope, I think honestly, my sneaker suspicion, they're gonna make it mandatory. Like, if you want to do certain things, to get vaccinated, they're gonna find some way to make it mandatory.
I work here at Walmart, and they'll tell me, "Oh well, if you want to continue working, you got to get vaccinated."
Yeah.
I don't want to take that vaccine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, as far as the black woman and black men, we need to stop beefing, man. We need to come together and just stop beefing.
Yeah.
There is no who's better or who's not. Listen, women have their role, men have their role. There's nothing wrong with it. Nobody's better than the other. You know what I'm saying? You know, I tell people all the time, like, you live in a time now where things are rough. Things are not like the 50s, you know what I'm saying? For instance, I live in New Jersey. The part of New Jersey I live in is like where North and stuff is at. It's expensive out here. You know what I'm saying? You work a good job. I know managers that work at my job. They have a hard time making ends meet because the rent is so high out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy.
So women need to understand it is hard to run the household. It's not easy. They think it's just easy. No, you got to do a lot. It takes mental to run a household. So I want you sisters to understand that it takes a lot of mental to run a household because you got. Am I going to get my hours cut this week? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that stuff. And one more thing before I go, I was like the rap beef with Meek Mills. Listen,
yeah.
For the longest time, I have not been a fan of hip hop. I feel hip hop is destructive to the black community. It's too much. It's about beef. These rappers, like, they offer nothing to the community. First of all, they can't rap. A
lot of these guys, a lot of these new guys can't. Yeah.
they just can't rap. I'm listening. I'm sitting back listening. I'm like, how the hell did you even get a record deal? Like, you know, and I'm saying, and Meek Mills is right. We gotta stop the beefing. It's not cute anymore. You know what I'm saying? And then you got people online ripping Meek Mills saying, "Ha, he got banned." First of all, how do you ban somebody from a city you don't own?
Right.
The mayor can't ban you.
The dumbest thing I've ever seen. Yeah, the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Trump can't ban you from Philadelphia.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The black community is just really dysfunctional right now. So, you know, I did predict that Trump would win the election. I thought Biden would get a lot of votes because a lot of people just hate Trump. So I knew Biden was going to get a lot of votes. But I thought Trump would win. But then again, I'm a Clippers fan, and they failed, and the Lakers won the championship. I'm a Jets fan, and they're 0-9.
Oh, man. Yeah, you was a Jets fan.
So I just haven't got – I'm a Red Sox fan, and he went in last place this year nearly.
Oh,
so,
man.
I mean – so I'm not shocked that I was wrong about Trump so far. Now, we got to see what the results are, but that's why I say I wouldn't be shocked if Biden and Harris went in the office on January 20th because knowing my history of predictions, I've been wrong every time. But I'm not going to hold you up too much longer, man. You run a good show, and, yeah, I'm out.
All right, man. Thanks for leaving. I appreciate the call, bro. Right,
no problem.
All right, shout out to Saliva with the call in. Yeah, man, this new generation of people, they're not so new, but their mindset is all over the place. The mindset is just all over the place, man. Mindset is just everywhere. Continue to like the stream too, people. The Jets trying to get that #1 pick, man. They trying to get Trevor Lawrence. Yo, what's going on?
Yo, what's up, Jaye? It's Lil Trill, man.
What's good, Lil Trill? What's up?
What's up, man? You know, I just been watching what's going on with the election, man. I'm kind of scared if Biden and Harris get back in there, man.
Yeah. Well, the media. That's why they jump to conclusion. They want that confusion out there. They know this thing isn't over yet, but they want that confusion out there. They want that confusion to make people feel like depressed. That's what they want.
Yeah, man, they want a civil war, but see, my parents say they sit around the TV and watch CNN all day. So if CNN say the vaccine is good, they gonna do it, and that's the thing I'm scared about. You know, I try to warn them, but they don't want to hear it. You know, I'm trying to bring out black people. You know, all this other stuff, bro. You know, black people just real sheeple, man. I wish I could help them, but no, there's no change, bro. I don't think there's no coming back from this.
Yeah, I don't. I just think that it's showing you who people truly are, what their mindset is in the year 2020. And I told y'all, separate from idiots. You have to separate yourself from them. You know?
Yeah, man. Like I can't still be around uneducated people that don't do no research, that get all the talking points from CNN. Like it just pisses me off, and I just try to move away from it, bro.
That's all you can do, bro.
And, yeah, man. I mean, both parties have their flaws, bro. See, I'm saying right. Democrats mess with children. Republicans cheat on their wives. That's what both of them flaws are. They both have flaws, but
yeah, they do.
But I'm more.
Yeah, like I have my issues with Lindsey Graham. You know, he's video recorded, I think, fist pumping Kamala Harris. I mean, that's you know, so you're gonna have certain parts of a party you don't like, and people that you know are just full of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, when we go to court, right? I feel like there's gonna be a lot of people getting paid off to vote against them.
I don't know about that. I just think that Trump support, man, goes deep. Shout out to Angela C. And they're just gonna be people they're gonna ride for Trump, man. Trump got support. You want to know what support is? Look at his supporters. You know what I'm saying? All the whistleblowers coming forward. Those are true. I've seen the light. I've seen the light type supporters, or they like truly devout supporters, man.
Yeah, he got a loyal fan base, bro. A lot of shit. Like, oh, my bad. You know, he done been through a lot. They trying to damage his name and stuff, bro. They loyal. Yeah, that's all I gotta say, man. Nice show, bro. Keep it up.
Okay, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. All right.
Shout
out to the Trill and just see with the support. Yeah, man. Yeah, get away from the idiots, man. I've told y'all that, man. People that just want to bring you down. They want to bring your self-esteem down. They want you to be as hurt as they are. Don't go that path, you know. Don't do it. They want you defeated and demoralized like they are. You know, you're not defeated. You know, you're not more demoralized. You think for yourself. You're not going to allow people to dictate how you feel. The polls have been rigged, I think, all year long. The polls have been rigged all year long just to make the whole fraudulent situation look more legit. That's why I have to question the sanity of anybody that votes for Joe Biden. I know that the people who are like Joe, who are like Sleepy Creepy Joe, they're gonna support him, you know, because they're just like him. You know, they're weird just like him. Like all these weirdo celebrities, you know, fighting for Joe Biden. Just weird. Just straight weirdos, man. Just straight weirdos. And let me tell you something. There's a lot of people in Georgia that's going to lose their jobs, man. A lot of those people going to get primaried. Like the Secretary of State, there's going to be a couple of people getting primaried. The governor there, Kemp, you know, he may end up losing because he doesn't have a secure seat. So if he flips on Trump, man, he gonna end up losing, and that state is gonna unfortunately may end up going blue. Ohio is gonna primary their governor. They trying to get him out of there. These Republicans want blood. They want blood, man. Well, I ain't gonna say Republicans because you got the Lindsey Graham or the some of these other Mitt Romney type Republicans. They're not fighters. They're not fighters. But you got these Trump supporters. They're fighters, and they're talking about primarying people, man. They're not playing. They're not messing around, man. And then let me say this too about Carrie Champion again. Here you have a black woman who paraded her white boyfriend on social media talking about people being racist and white supremacists. But no one has ever seen you date a black dude. Ever. But you have publicly shown off your white boyfriend like Keke Palmer. Like you've never really seen Keke Palmer date a black dude. But you have seen her out here with a white dude. Hypocrites. Much. Very much so, hypocrites. And guess what? CNN is up for sale, right? CNN is up for sale. I think Trump should put his bid in. They said Jeff Bezos may buy it, but if Jeff Bezos buys CNN, I don't know. I mean, it could be, TDS, but that costs money. And no matter how much money he has, he wants to make money. Yo, what's going on?
Man, Jaye Black, man. I'm hearing these calls, man. I don't even have anxiety, but this shit fucking my anxiety up, bro.
What?
I have anxiety. Just these calls, man, just pretending like, I'm saying, just knowing that this could be the end of the black community, man. I called up there earlier, man. I got to call back. Okay, I got to agree with that female caller. Black, bro, Hispanic women and ignorant, I said ignorant, immigrant women are celebrating right now. Mm-hmm. My boy work at Western Union.
Yeah.
He said it's so many people there sending money to their country, so they can get passports and stuff like that and visas and visa costs to come here. This is going to be ridiculous how many immigrants in our neighborhood. I just feel like, bro, with this election, I feel like this Jaye Black, and I know you a street nigga too. Let's say this. Let's say somebody smacks your mom, beat your sister, and spit on your dad, and then sat on your balcony and waited for you to come home. And when you about to, see my man with the hands and go at my man, the cops came, tackled you, locked you up, and let him beat on you. You know what I'm saying? Why they locking you up and the handcuffs on you? That's how fucked up this election is, man.
Yeah, but the thing is that sometimes you might have people that that's out here trying to, fuck you over. People that people that you're cool with. That's what's going on too. And I think that with the whole immigrant thing, I think that the immigration has been going on for a while. I just think that Trump has put stuff in place to keep it from getting crazy if he's not reelected. But they're not going to just be able to just flood a whole bunch of people in. That stuff that's paperwork. But they may get a few, but they're not going to get as many as they want in if they get in.
All right, so when y'all black women start getting your jobs out and y'all black men start going to the fish place, they put motherfucking lemon pepper all on every goddamn thing. It's like curry every goddamn
language. But hey, I see what you're saying, bro. I see what you're saying, man. All right,
thank you, man.
All right, cool, man. Appreciate the call too. The second one. All right. Let me get this other caller right here, man. He called in. All right. This other person called in. I'm going to see if they call back in. I'll hold the line open for them. Yeah, man. Let me tell you something. Most of these, I've looked at some of these recent applications and some things. They looking for bilingual people. Even in the Southeast, they're looking for bilingual people, man. So I can only imagine how it is in a Miami or Houston or Dallas or Los Angeles, even a Chicago or Philadelphia. New York, certain parts of New Jersey, some of those big cities, I can only imagine how it is looking for a job. The only thing that I think that's getting these women jobs being a double minority. Yo, you're live. What's going on? Yo, what's going on?
Yo, what's good? What's going on, man? Great discussion. I'm
Thanks.
loving it.
Cool.
So big ups to you, bro. I've been listening to you for, about a year now, man. Great context, man.
Okay, thank you, man.
Context.
Appreciate it.
So you know, bro. From Brooklyn, New York.
All right.
Patrick.
Cool, man.
Yeah, bro. With the whole discussion with, black women and black men, it's very unfortunate, man. It's very, very unfortunate because this is a constant conversation that needs to be dealt with, you know. And if black men address it, it's like a losing battle because we're going to be aggressive. Oh, look at them! Look what they're doing to us, you know. We don't want to be looked at. We don't want to be looked at like that anymore. Understand? It's like we're tired. And then, when we go to the other side, we're still talked about. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a losing battle, and I see Black Man and Collective. We're just pretty much tired, man.
Yeah, when I speak on black men and black women, I don't do it a lot. I just do it every once in a while when I feel like discussion needs to be had. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's how it should be. That's how it should be because you don't want to give it too much energy. But there are going to be times where you absolutely got to have these discussions. You know.
It's true, man. It's true, especially with this election. It just amplify everything, you know. And then it's just you got to pick one. And look what happened with the Republicans. You know, I don't think black men are Republican naturally. The conservatives, I kind of do think we are. You know, we definitely lean to that side. I was surprising myself. I voted for Trump. You know what I mean? And I can't tell my family that openly because I won't be invited to Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's how it is, man. But some people be like, F it, I'm still going to go. What? But you don't want to have to deal with all those people trying to come at you when you just trying to chill with the fam. Not everything is political. Like, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point, you know. But I truly feel, you know, naturally, black men do love black women. That's natural. But I don't think we're going to deal with the attitude anymore, you know what I mean, the disrespect. Because at the end of the day, we don't owe nobody anything. If you're not treated right, you shouldn't expect that. You shouldn't accept anybody treating you, you know, horribly. You know what I mean? It comes from anybody. I don't care where you come from. You know? So it's pathetic, man. It's pathetic that we still, in 2020, we're still talking like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back in the 60s, you know, the black family were more united. And why is that? You know, people don't tell me about racism. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Black women have, you know, they're number what? They're up there with, you know, education, you know, degrees. But yeah, you still have a husband? That's nuts to me. That's nuts. You're able to study all these hours. You can't work to get a good, valuable man. You know what I mean? I'm not even talking about a dude that's making $200K a year. I mean, that's a decent man that gets a paycheck, you know, tax return every year. You know what I mean? 11 men.
Well, if there's one thing I've seen over the last couple of years, you got women, they value dating a guy who I would say is like women that they like to date celebrities, or they like to date a guy who is known to be womanizers, even though they claim they hate womanizers. They value that more than being with an actual decent guy, especially when they feel like they're in their prime.
Yeah. It's true. And I see it all the time, man. All of a sudden, you get the epic question: where all the good black men are. Now they dating 20-year-olds. That's what they are. They're dating 20-year-olds. Very interesting, man. But yo, I'm not gonna hold you. Yo, keep up the good job, brother.
Okay.
I mean?
All right, man. Appreciate the call.
You, bro.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Take care.
You too.
All right. All right. Yo, we'll be at. Shout out to everybody here. Hopefully y'all are relaxing, taking care of yourself, and not stressing. You know why? Because I'm here. I'm here. If I was stressing, I probably wouldn't be live. I'd probably be somewhere stressing. You know, can't sleep, can't eat, can't do nothing. Worrying about things that are out of my control right now. You know, all you can do is let things progress. You know. Okay, let's see. See how long I've been at it. How long have I been at it? I've been live for a good minute now. Shout out to everybody. Like the stream if you haven't. All right.
Jaye, black women know that black men can't control if other black men want to be gay. They're not traditionalist. Most just use that problem to bash black masculinity because they're insecure.
Well, I mean, listen, they have no problem with the alphabet community. They will only call other black men gay if they disagree with them. And I've noticed that. If they disagree with them, then they will call them out of what they are. What's going on?
Jay the Black, man. What's going on, man?
Not much. What's up, man?
Man, hey, man. I've been a long time listener, man. And I really enjoy the subject, man. But this subject tonight, man, to be honest, the black woman, man, nowadays really kind of became masculine. You know, most of them kind of have the outlook of wanting to be a tomboy or trying to always have control. And it might even be up in conversations, or it might even be like the way of thinking, the way that you might be thinking, and they want to turn it and flip it in a way that adjusts and that's perfect for them. You know, and then with the election, man, Trump and Biden, dude is gonna make us like he gonna mess up a lot. Really, to be honest, we are already going through an economic collapse with the COVID, you know, and that was kind of already planned out. And then with Biden, he just gonna push forward with it because Trump was actually trying to stop that, man. He was really trying to stop that. Because if it weren't for Trump, man, we would have been taking all the Bill Gates vaccine, you know, so we kind of would have been already under, you know. But I'm like, right now, just for black men right now, man, I'm like, and I'm young, man. I'm nothing but 30 years old, man. I just turned 30, you know. And I just be seeing like what's going on. Really, to be honest, I'm like, if you were to actually like separate yourself from the idiotic group, I'm like, to be honest, man, we'll kind of be by ourselves, man, to be honest. And just individually wise, you'll be by yourself, you know, because I'm like, you can't really like actually like communicate with anybody. But, you know, just stay up, man. Hey, man, just keep on doing what you've been doing, man. I appreciate you, man. Much love, man.
All right, man. Thank you, and I appreciate the call, man. You know, take care. Take care, man.
You too.
All right. Shout out to him, man. I still feel like even if we, you know, separate ourselves, we won't be alone. I'm not alone. You know, I know there's people that I could talk to who feel the same way that I do. We just got to reach those people. It doesn't mean that, you know, that's the thing. I'm not against being around people with different ideologies. Look, I'm not against that at all. I'm just against censorship. I'm against you trying to silence me. I'm against you trying to attack me instead of just having a discussion with me and say, you know what, hey, you agree with what you agree with, I agree with what I agree with. But we just ain't at that place no more. everything is just, it's just, things have gotten out of hand. And unfortunately, it shouldn't be that way, but that's just where we are. That is what the media has done. They've declared war on anybody that doesn't have the same leanings as them. You got these crazy weirdo social justice warriors. They want to control how you think. And it's made into a situation where we can't, we have to go with the crowd, and that's just not how it always should be. We should be able to, agree to disagree and not have to worry about the shaming and all that, But I'm all for people having their own thoughts and not having to suppress how they feel. But you have a lot of mental midgets, man. There's just people just, oh, you don't agree? You're the bad guy. And that's not how it should be. All right, people, that's it for me. I appreciate all of you being here. Make sure you like the stream if you haven't. Make sure y'all go and check out my newest video with Tory Lanez out here. Got these chicks saying they smashed him, thinking it making him look bad, but it's making them look terrible. And also, check out some of the other videos too, as well. All right. Salute to everybody that's here. I will see y'all on the next live show. So y'all have a good rest of your night, and I'll see you on the next one.